And now I welcome Dawn Adams from Northern Ireland. She is one of the dedoc voices who joined us last week in Barcelona for ATTD, and we're so excited to have her talk about a topic that is not talked about very often, but it's very relevant to almost half of us. So take it away, Dawn.
Thanks very much, Steffi. So yes, my name's Dawn, and I have been trying to get work off the ground here in Northern Ireland and across the UK on the topic of menopause. 50% of people living with diabetes of any type are female. And out of those 50%, the vast majority of us will hopefully live long enough to experience menopause. But there's so little information about it. There's so little in the way of research. There's very little in the way of resources. We don't know the impact, long-term impacts of hormone replacement therapies. We don't know what impact menopause itself has on blood glucose levels. And I've been working with researchers in Ulster University, and I've been working with a team from Diabetes UK to try and lift this issue up out of the ground where it's hiding. It's basically squirreled away in the background of all the things that we as folk with diabetes face in our lifetime. So things that I have been able to achieve in the past year, I was responsible for hosting a Zoom session, which was attended by over 120 women and a couple of men from across the UK, Ireland, New Zealand, Canada, and Australia. And from the work that was done there, we've been able to start putting together proposals for research projects. The vast majority of research that's done into being a woman with diabetes actually focuses on pregnancy. Not all of us will choose to have families. Not all of us will be able to have families. Not all of us will want to have families. And yet every one of us who was born with a womb, with uterus, with ovaries, are going to experience menopause at some point in our lives. So it is an issue that does need to be discussed. It is something that we need to find out more information about, because we don't know how the hormone increases and the hormone reductions around menopause times in particular impact our blood glucose levels. And there are a group of us in the background trying to compare our lived experiences of this life. And we're hoping that the work that we can do is going to mean that those following in our footsteps are able to learn more, to know more, to understand more about what's going on. When we've spoken to older women living with diabetes, because they were finger pricking, in some cases they weren't even finger pricking because it was such a long time from they've gone through that phase of their life, they haven't had no idea what impact the hormone changes have on their blood glucose levels. They're not even really able to talk very much about what impact menopause had on their diabetes management, because if you're trying to recall what your HbA1c was from 30 years ago, that's not quite the easiest thing to remember. I don't think I would be able to remember my HbA1c from 30 years ago, to be perfectly honest with you. So we do feel that it's something that we do need more work, more research into, and hopefully in the coming next 5 years, we'll start to see this area beginning to get more awareness as more clinicians start to listen to us and ask us questions about our lived experiences, and as we're given the opportunity to start being involved in research. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dawn. I think this is really important work that you're doing, and it's so interesting, a bit frustrating, and at the same time inspiring to see that once again it is up to the people with diabetes to put this on the agenda, because I think it was very similar when it comes to information about pregnancy with diabetes, that people went on the internet looking for information, saw that there was very little, so they started creating that, and I'm glad to see that somebody is doing that now for this topic. Thank you so much, Dawn.
Thank you very much.